Right. All right, we're live. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself so that they kind of know you?
Okay, my name is Adam Taylor, and I am a high school science teacher in Tennessee. Is the audio okay? I know the video is a little choppy.
Yeah, are you getting any feedback on your end from my
No,
from?
I'm good.
Okay,
My
good.
headset, headset's helping out.
Okay.
Um, and let's see, I've been teaching for this is my 11th year, and I love technology. I love getting connected with other people, no matter what their profession or religion or diversity is. And yeah,
Do you have lower third set up or no?
oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't start it. I'll put it on here in a
No,
second.
that's fine for you guys for lower
Any
third. That's
questions while I'm setting it up?
no, they're a lively bunch. Can't you tell?
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes high energy is too much energy to control.
All right. So on the lower third, you got all these tools inside. Lower third, actually, on you can see it in my preview window there, but it'll be my name. I can put my Twitter information or like what school or what business you're from. You can put that up there. So you want to go ahead and while you're doing that, just kind of talk them through how you came up with the idea of the Size2 chat and how that all started off.
Yeah. Um, I had been on Twitter for a year and a half with my students, and I was part of this grant through the National Science Foundation. And I don't know, the people in my grant decided I deserved an award. Hello, I'm getting another call. Hold on. Sorry.
Someone's trying to
Okay.
Google.
Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, so I was getting or got an award to Nature magazine, and I was going through one of my recent issues and found out that there were scientists on Twitter. And so I'm like, holy crap! I need to connect my students with scientists on Twitter because the only people we'd connected with are other classrooms, which is cool. But what better way to connect with scientists than through Twitter? Because it's so easy to use, um, and it's instant connectivity. Somebody or if their technology is going to work, as long as they've got a phone or a device, they can connect with us. So we started contacting the scientists that fall, and and some of the scientists started responding. So in January, we had a uh, Twitter chat with the scientists, and I loved it so much. I said, "Hey, let's do this every month," and the scientist said, "Okay," and the student said, "Great," and so that's how it got started. And that's I think we started in 2011, I think.
Can
So
you kind of take us through, because I know some of the students in here were having trouble finding specifically for their major, like who to connect to, who to find. How did you kind of go about starting that search off?
sure. Well, one of the guys mentioned in the article was the first guy I uh, looked up on Twitter, and then he got me connected with another science guy who had a website that had a big list of scientists on it, and that's how we first got connected. And then, once you find one person in your field on Twitter, all you have to do is check who they follow and check who follows them, and you'll find a bunch more. Because although some people just follow celebrities, uh, most of those people are losers, and you don't want to mess with them anyway. So, why are you smiling?
So what was the
No, I'm
reaction
playing. But
that first time?
say that again.
I said, what was the reception, I guess, the first time you tried it out and were contacting people saying, hey, this is what I want to do? And,
Well, I only got in order to organize the chat with my students. I only got I don't know. We had less than 50% of the people respond. Uh, so they may have been a little bit wary of us. because my students were asking them pretty heavy questions right off the bat without even an intro, because I hadn't worked all those details out with my students yet, because that was our first time. But now we get pretty frequently good responses back, even if it's somebody we're having a cold call to, without prior contact. So I mean, a lot of the people out there, they're on Twitter because they want to communicate about whatever it is they do. They're not just there to, check out what Ashton Kutcher had for breakfast, but they're on Twitter in order to share ideas about what they learn and what they do. So once you find a few, it's easy to find more and get really connected.
So how many people, I guess, on the first chat, how many people did you have, and then how has that grown, and what was your last number?
The first chat, I think we had maybe 5 scientists, and the most recent one we had 50.
And how many do you think, all right, because I know you grabbed the statistics, right? How many tweets did it have during that time frame?
Yeah, our first chat, I think we had 900 tweets.
In an hour.
The last time I looked at the numbers, we were at 1,700. So, I mean, it's been 2 years. It hasn't grown. It hasn't grown as much as other things, but I'm pretty comfortable with where we're at. We have a good level of participation from scientists and students from across the country, and actually we have students from Honduras, one from Australia, and a ton from Canada as well.
Okay. How have your students responded to it?
It's a mixed bag. Some of them are really annoyed that they have to do it, but a bunch of the others really enjoy it.
Yes, any questions? Especially like trying to find people within your field.
What was the website with the list of scientists?
There's actually several of them now. Yeah, you can just Google it, and there's a bunch of scientists on Twitter. There's 3 or 4 sites that have a pretty fair amount. One's got 100, and others got more. And if you tweet me, I can actually send you a list of one that I've made of over 1,000 scientists. I understand there's some computer science people in the group as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I just did, for the last 5 minutes before you guys called, I did some of my own research on computer science on Twitter, and there's a hash. There are several hashtags active. One is just hashtag CompSci, CompSci. Another one is hashtag code. Another one is hashtag JavaScript. Hashtag Minecraft. I guess nobody knows what Minecraft is, or they just don't think my jokes are funny. Another one was jQuery, and then Bitcoin, and then programming. So what are some of the other majors in the group besides? I know there's a couple educators and one biology guy, and then computer science. What else do you have?
Health science.
Health science.
Health science. Okay, so the first thing I would do is do a Twitter search for health science. In fact, I have seen that hashtag used. And if you don't find anything that you like on that, then just try health sci, SCI. So just variations of whatever it is you're studying. What's your favorite part of health science?
Well, I'm going to school to be a physician assistant. So.
Okay.
But I like trauma and surgeries.
Okay, cool.
So there might be hashtag pre-med. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely hashtag pre-med. I mean, you could even hashtag physician assistant or any abbreviation of that. I don't know if there's a standard abbreviation for physician assistant. Physician, I can't even say. But whatever you're interested in, try the hashtags, and if you don't, okay, so what happened with me today with computer sci is I did hashtag computer sci, started going through all the tweets, and that's where I found all the other hashtags that I mentioned. So you'll find.
Oh, your audio cut out, Adam.
Am I back?
Yeah, your connection's
Okay.
pretty choppy on that one.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I searched for the hashtag and I just found a bunch of other hashtags in the mix. And when you click on them, you can see how recent the tweets are and look at the last 5 tweets. And if there's a tweet every, even if there's a couple an hour, that might be good. But most of the time I consider hashtag active.
Oh, we missed that. You broke up. What he's saying is
Sweet.
when you search a hashtag, make sure, especially in TweetDeck, it'll tell you when the last one was. So if you are only seeing one from like 2 weeks ago and not much else, then you might want to move on. Make sure it's active within a couple a day at the very least. Some of the more popular ones, I mean, they're just going to continuously stream, but at least make sure that there's some sort of activity within the last week.
Yes.
Thank you. Sonia, you're
Health science also.
health science, yeah. So maybe you guys can actually find some together and collaborate and see what you can find. And then Caleb is actually going to come in on Thursday and talk to us.
Cool. Another idea for you is when you find somebody on Twitter that is tweeting a lot of whatever it is you're interested in, go to their profile and click on more and see if they have any lists. Click on the list option, because if they have lists, they might have list of other computer science people. They might have list of other health science people. So unfortunately, a lot of people don't use lists very effectively, but it can be an extremely powerful way to find more people and also to keep track of people yourself. In fact, I'm following so many people right now, I've just started adding them to my list instead of actually following more, because I can't keep up with my timeline. I mean, you can't keep up with timeline anyway. It's a waterfall, as I'm sure Kyle's mentioned. But anyway, any questions?
I just remember I think I told you guys this, but my student last semester, or last year, she was physical therapy, and the first thing when I said Twitter, that she had to go out and find people, and she was like, I'm never going to find people. And she actually got involved. She found one person, and it kind of snowballed from there, and she actually got involved with a community on there. And now I kind of retweeted her the other day because she got accepted to the doctoral program at Drexel, which I think is awesome. And she's still using Twitter, which I was surprised about. But she posted a couple physical therapy ones. So you can make connections. It may be harder on some majors than others, but there are definitely people out there that are within your major or within your profession.
True.
That's deep, man. Thanks.
Hey, man, when you said it perfectly, what can I add?
You said you wanted to share your screen. Is there anything you wanted to?
Oh, well, if what I said talking through it with you guys is enough, then I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. If you shut your camera off, it may not be, and show your screen, it may not be as choppy if you wanted to say something.
Okay, I can give that a try.
You want to bring up that website you have with the accounts?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You want to bring up that website you said you made with the accounts just to show them what it looks like?
I want to answer yes, but I still don't understand the question. It keeps going robot on me.
That's why you that great school network there.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Can you bring up the website you created with the accounts? Or should I just text it to you?
that might help, because all I hear is, would you show us you created with your account? All right, so here's just an example of this. Can you see it? I don't know. It may not be too hot. Okay, so I did a search for programming on Twitter, and now it's too big. That's annoying. Yay, computer. Love it when you're awesome. I need a new one anyway. Yeah, so this is worthless. Sorry, gang. Tech is awesome when it works. But you can see here maybe a little bit. So we've got some dudes hashtagging everything under the sun. He's got Linux operating system, OS, Ubuntu, programming, programmer's life, keyboard, HP. I mean, some people go a little crazy with it, but obviously there's programmers here because what else? Who else would be talking about Ubuntu?
I mean, is there anything specific you guys are focusing on?
Oh, well, Java, you mentioned it
Yeah,
earlier.
Java.
All right.
Other high-level programming languages. It's really when we're only in a hangout right now that this happens. I don't know why.
And it's only our side that sees it, so it's okay. Yeah, like he said. What? We're having a video issue, but it's only on our side, so don't worry about it. I actually went on last night and looked at something for NASA because I wanted to contact them about something. And if you go to their social page, I was shocked how many, they have about 300 accounts. I mean, it's not just NASA. I mean, they have for every subdivision, for every topic, NASA and education. I mean, they have a NASA social one, so you can actually apply to go to a launch, and then you're their social coordinator, so you'll be tweeting out about the launch and different things, and they have passes that they give out for that. I've actually tried to get Adam to get in on it.
I signed up.
Did you? Cool.
Oh, sorry, my computer screen's back on. My bad.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually signed up, and I think I think I'm supposed to hear back tomorrow if I get in. I actually had all my students tweet to them and tell them they should let me go. So we'll see what happens.
A little bribery goes a long way.
Dang straight.
Where would is that out of Florida or is that out of Wallops in Virginia?
Virginia.
Okay. That'd be a hike for you, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be there anyway. I'm presenting about how to use Twitter with science education at the National Science Teachers Association conference.
Cool. Questions?
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'll give them extra time to think of something. Go ahead.
So, have you solved any major problems relating to your field because of Twitter?
I have solved some classroom management issues. I have found ways to engage my students at a higher level. I'm writing a book with another person I met on Twitter, and it's actually in peer review right now. I've been on the news several times because of it. I've made connections that have gotten me into conferences because of it.
There's a lot.
Actually had my way paid to a conference because of a connection. I mean, I haven't I haven't changed education in general, but I have used it to change education in my classroom. And I could not be the quote-unquote leader that I've experienced being without what I've been able to do and learn from my associations on Twitter.
Yeah, and all the people that I've been under a call so far this semester and brought them into this class have been associates that I've met on Twitter. So.
Yeah.
It's always
Twitter.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Twitter's the gateway drug into other social media. It's also the doorway. I don't know. There's lots of ways to say it, and it sounds so lame because it's Twitter, because of what we know it to be is the stigma and everything. But it really has changed a lot. I connect with a lot of scientists now. In fact, I connect with more scientists now than I do educators. And some of them have have published research because of connections through Twitter. They've also found answers to their own questions through associations with Twitter. They've gotten jobs through what they do and how they meet people. It's crazy. In fact, I saw a year ago there was a company that was hiring solely based on the person's tweets.
What type of company was that? Do you remember?
And I stream, however, you can judge somebody on the level at which they're tweeting. Now, that being said, it's a little biased because they were hiring for a marketing person, social media representative. So, of course, the tweets were important anyway. But still.
Is the size 2 chat only for high school students?
Did you hear that?
I did. We highly encourage anybody to participate, but we're specific to high school students and scientists.
And freezing internet.
High school students, as long as you're science-minded, you're welcome. So
let me sum
if you
that
want
up.
to join in, you can.
Basically, yes, it is geared towards, and it was started towards his high school students, and then it grew to other high school students. And the topics that choose are geared for high school students. However, anybody can join. Twitter, it's free. You can join in, and it may still be relevant to anybody, really. I mean, you said
Yeah.
next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she wants to be an elementary teacher, so I mean, you may still pick things up. You may connect with other people there. You may, find someone of interest that you might want to at least check into, follow, that kind of stuff. So I would definitely at least check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Our next one is Thursday,
What time?
8 o'clock, or well, I guess it's 9 Eastern.
Yeah.
And it's once a month.
Once a month, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yes, once a month, second Thursday of every month. Well, September through May.
I'll put it up here. Use the old dry erase board.
Scientific.
Chat.
Kyle, I just saw your message. I don't think I made an account with scientists accounts. I didn't make a website.
Oh, I thought you had a list or something that you had made was over 1,000 accounts or something like that.
Oh, that's a Twitter list.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's public under your account.
Yeah, I can.
Anybody can look at it, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, I'll get to it right now, and then or I can put it through the Hangout or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I'll bring up your account and I'll show them.
Okay, that'll work.
Do you guys have anything else? Not that I'm kicking them off, but I just want to make sure that some of them are riveted. Can't you tell?
Well, sometimes it's hard to know what to ask when it's new to you.
Yeah, I know. But before I let them go, does anybody have any questions about it? It doesn't have to be science related, but just anything about helping you to find your way or find people.
Or why people's ears get bigger when they get older.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you very much.
You bet. Glad to help.
We'll talk later.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.